Hello, everybody. Welcome to the second to last match of this week for the Metroid Prime Randomizer Tournament for 2023. I'm your host, Schwartz, and I'm here with Uncle Sam. Say hi.
Hey, we've got a good one for you today.
Yeah, we got Interslice versus Red Corona today. Now, this is quite the unfortunate pairing because, as we all know, Interslice is a god when it comes to even weekly settings. As if you have ever seen a weekly, an even weekly, you would definitely know. And Red is unfortunately caught in the crossfire here due to Interslice being 0-1. So that's basically, long story short, Interslice is going to be going up against some probably unprepared people. But if anyone can beat him, it's definitely Red. I believe in him. He's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, so for just a little bit of background, the tournament here is run in a Swiss format, which means that you face opponents who have the same record as you do. So because both Interslice and Red lost in the first round, they're both 0-1, and so they're matched up here in round 2. But it was, maybe a little bit of an upset that Interslice lost in the first round. And that wasn't in of itself a really good race, so I would definitely recommend people go watch that, after watching what I'm sure will be a classic here.
Yeah, we will never stop plugging that race. That is the best race ever.
We got a
Give
face
it a
on
watch.
Mind Start.
Oh, a Mind Start. Wow.
Morph and Powerball. So,
Man, have we seen a Mind Start yet? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think this is the first one, and yeah, it's pretty limited what they can actually do here. They can actually get the item or check it without plasma.
Where are they? Oh, they're right outside of the research.
Okay. Yeah, I think they can check. Yeah, because it's
Yo,
just a power button here. So.
Philip is our first check of the seed. Let's go. Just a neat little thing. We call this guy Philip. Philip the Phazon Elite.
It is going to take a little longer to kill him since we don't actually have missiles, which I don't know that I've ever seen the ice beam kill version of this, but
Ice beam is our most powerful weapon at this point.
Yeah, and you would think this probably has to be like missiles or something, right? Maybe boost?
Wait.
Oh, wave. Okay.
Can we immediately do something? I guess we can go through Mine Security Station with that.
Yeah, we just go backwards. Yep.
Cool. We can't, I guess, yeah, it's still good to scan that. We can't check storage depot because we don't have plasma.
Yeah, but it is so close to the starting position that probably the runners will be checking this sooner rather than later.
Oh boy.
See this rather lengthy fight.
At least we have charge beam.
Yes.
Going through this room without charge beam changes a man. Probably the worst room ever to not have charge in.
Yeah, this room was one of my nightmares as a kid. All the shadow pirates and things.
Thankfully, we can just kind of get them into a pseudo stun lock with the wave beam.
Yeah, I'm interested. Maybe Interslice forgot that the door locks because he like left the pirates and then had to come all the way back here.
Yeah, the triggers for this room are kind of interesting. The wave pirates I've found sometimes don't activate if you haven't beaten all of the shadow pirates in the room, but sometimes that does, and I don't really know how that works.
Okay, Interslice got an ultra energy, so that was a little scary. Red is on 42 health here, so he's got to be careful. Oh, he gets an ultra too. Nice.
And what a day to get a Mind Start, folks.
Yep. No E, no suits.
Red is probably not happy right now.
Yeah. Well, he made it through. No deaths so far.
Another check coming up here. Security access A.
Yeah, and we've got plasma beam. All right, we're
There
going
it is.
right back. How often do you see all beams before missiles?
Oh, that is all of our beams. You're right. Wow. I mean, mines will do that for you.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if we're gonna see an early lower mines. Just
Is
full
anything
clear
barring
mines.
from us from that? Not really. We have power bombs and
Yeah,
stuff.
pretty much just like space jump, right? And here we've got grapple, so yeah, I think the runners might just be staying in mines.
I would definitely at least still peek the elevator to main quarry, see what we got.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Let's see here. Okay,
Is the item in here in logic without thermal? I don't think it is.
no.
Okay.
So the basically using visors or like doing things without the required visors in vanilla is under a category in Randomizer called invisible objects, and we set those all to disabled just so that there's a clear indication as to what becomes in logic with thermal and X-ray. So use any check or like pretty much anything that requires the visor in any capacity is not in logic without it.
Yeah, so we found the quarantine monitor elevator, and Interslice is going to take that. So I guess the dream of doing a full clear of mines first is dead. But
Who knows?
uh,
I'd be willing to say that's probably like bombs.
yeah,
Kumon.
bombs and missiles are the two big ones that we're missing, and yeah, Qmon is definitely in logic. So
Yeah, so the thermals in logic invisible objects also applies to the Thardus fight. So Thardus is probably not going to be fought right here unless this is thermal. Which
oh, that's
no,
actually I
no, you
think we
can still make it. You can recover this.
yeah with just yeah because
Yeah,
usually you've got space jump here, but yeah, should be okay. Um, and yeah, I would be very surprised to see a Thardus fight here. It's very slow, and if it's out of logic,
slow, and we don't have a lot of beat.
right? And Auger Ball. All right, well, we're trying to see if we can fill the tracker without getting missiles, and we're close.
That's interesting. Does that probably go to far fent now, or that might just be
Maybe,
an indicator for main core? Who knows? Actually,
yeah, probably Farfen. I mean,
okay.
that's where Interslice is going. I think it also opens some stuff in the labs.
Transport access.
And
Well,
there's
there's
thermal.
thermal.
All right, so now Thardus is in logic.
Yeah, but at this point, I think it would be better to go peak main quarry because I don't like fighting Thardus.
Yeah, yeah. If you can do something other than Thardus, it's usually a good idea too. And it seems like both runners agree, potentially. No, red. All right, we have our first route divergence. Red Corona
Yay!
looks like he's going back to Thardus.
All right, we're here for the pain, I guess.
Well, it does make us some sense if you feel that you have a execution disadvantage to go for Thardus, because it is in logic, and um, maybe Interslice you feel will put off this check, so you could gain an advantage this way. Interslice taking the first safety save here.
Oh, that's right. Red doesn't have bombs, so he can't instantly skip the thermal part of Thardus's rocks.
Yep. Still will be a pretty quick fight with power bombs and plasma beam, though.
Okay, so I think Interslice is going to be making the Thardus play as well.
I didn't catch what was in main quarry.
I didn't either, but it didn't really seem like he was interested in them.
Yeah, he didn't pick it up, and he doesn't have missiles, which is the big one that we're missing.
Oh, really? He didn't even check main quarry. Okay.
Oh, okay. That makes sense with the mine start. You really don't want to have to go through that security start again. So that might be compounding deaths.
Oh, do you know what it is? He doesn't have space jumper bombs. He can't get up there. That
Oh,
last jump is a bomb jump.
gotcha. Yeah, I was thinking because of grapple it was in logic, but yeah, you're right.
I guess can't. Is that logical to use the crane to get up there? Huh.
Okay, we're just
That one. Okay. Interesting.
Chad is saying that grapple does in fact put it in logic, but maybe just doesn't want to deal with it.
I wouldn't be surprised if players did not know that that existed. Okay. Well, at this point, I feel like Thartis could either really be bombs or space jump at this point. Maybe something else, but
Yeah, I mean it could be a bait, it could just be quarry, or a number of checks in fence.
hey, wow, okay.
Is Shoreline's blocked by missiles on this side?
Shorelines doesn't have any missile locks from here. No, I think we could get there.
Yeah, so there's a number of plasma locked ice checks that we have access to.
What do we got?
And we've got missiles. So
Okay,
we'll
so
see whether this is the launcher or an expansion. It is the launcher. Wait, no, it's
no, that says expansion.
Okay. Yeah.
Unfortunately, red chose a bad color for restream. No.
Yeah, it's just a little hard to read, but okay, so we don't have logical access to missiles, which of course doesn't actually stop the runners from using them, just helps them track the logic a little better.
That's okay. So that definitely makes me think that main quarry is what is expected that right now.
Red looks like he is going to follow this into early fen, so he's kind of going to orphan that quarry check.
It's also true. It could be launcher and quarry, and that would be a potential time gain from both players if they don't choose to take it. But
right. Yeah, I think that if we go too much longer without the launcher, we can almost assume it's in quarry.
Okay, and Interslice is taking that to front fen as well. Okay.
Yeah, I think there's just a lot more checks here, but it does feel a little bad to be walking away from such an early check.
I bet that both players are not thinking about the grapple strat for main quarry.
Right, probably.
Because that's quite an obscure one that I didn't even know about until Jeff said. So, shout out to Jeff for knowing logic and being a true lad.
Yeah. So we are going to have a vanilla boost check here. And can't quite make out what it is, but it seems like red wants it.
Peeking this is hard. You can't really see anything.
Yeah, the runners have better resolution than we do. And that is vanilla boost ball.
Wow.
Holy
okay.
Cow. We might actually have full tracker before launcher here. We're getting close. I guess we still need all the suits. But
at this point, if launcher would be weird, according to Sam, to be a main quarry, then I would think that maybe you get like space jump in quarry, and it's like storage Depot B missile launcher. That's where I would. Don't die to the Sheegoth.
Dear, yeah. Oh, Interslice is resetting here.
Did he get Rune Courtyard before he reset, or at least saw it?
Yeah, he checked it.
Okay.
And I think he saved right before, so maybe he's thinking he wants to go into Pirate Labs.
Oh, I think he missed it, so he just save scummed it.
I see. You there with Spider King?
Spider not. You can get up to labs with Spider, but you still need bombs or space shuttle.
Okay.
So yeah, he missed the thing.
Oh, and Red takes a death. Wait, did he save? Oh, I
Nope.
don't think so. Oh no.
Maybe that gets him thinking about main quarry though.
Yeah, it might get him thinking about main quarry, and the other pro is that he doesn't have to fight Artis.
He's probably still thinking that you need to get through Thardis to defend Drana.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's why Interslice went back just to take the safety save, right? Is when you have these seeds that start in Phazon Mines or Far Fen, quite dangerous.
I guess we could make it all the way to end of labs as well. That's
yeah. Interesting that Interslice doesn't seem to want the item in Ice Ruins West here. I mean, I think it's just a missile, but still helpful.
okay. Interslice is going to happen upon our vanilla boost here as well.
Gotcha. Chat's pointing out that that is a space jump soft lock, or a non-space jump soft lock. So that makes sense. And Interslice is going to pick up his boost ball now, while Red re-grabs his wave beam.
Yeah, Red did not save at all, so unfortunately for him, he's got to go do a little bit of back and forth back here. Got to go through the worst room in the game again.
Yeah.
His power bomb.
Yeah, the PB
That's-
will help at least.
I've not seen that. Power bombing those shadow pirates. It's an interesting strat.
Yeah, I think it's pretty fast to kill them with Ice Beam still, so. But I guess you don't have a missile. So. And Interslice is going to give us our first look at early Fen. Or front Fen, I guess.
Early, front, doesn't matter. Potato.
Yeah. Early in vanilla settings, but front of Fen, and you come in from the back. Now, I realized that actually the item in here is in logic as well, that plasma. So Red could potentially come back for that as well after main core.
It's true.
Ice Ruins East has... Zero? Just missed me. And Spider Track. Oh, there it is. There's our space jump.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay, so that opens up a lot. Pretty much everything except for Magmore, which we don't yet have an elevator for. Oh, and there's our bombs.
Okay, so main core was bait all along. I guess both runners were on the right track.
Yeah, seems that way.
Interesting. It took a whole Thardis fight to get to front Fen for it to place both of the next progressions.
Yep.
Interesting. So
is Red gonna check Quarry?
Suit mode and hint mode, technically. It's kind of what we need right now. We need to find Talon.
Yeah, that's really the big thing, is we just don't know how to get to Artifact Temple. Bomb expansion. Always nice to get 1 or 2 of those so you don't have to deal with the drop system.
So after Interslice finishes up Chapel here, probably we'll check Shoreline's elevator, go from there. At this point, you kind of honestly want to maybe start skipping checks and just beeline Talon, although Various Suit could possibly be in the way of getting there.
Right, yeah, depending on where the artifacts are, Varia and Supers, or potentially X-Ray, could lock one of the artifacts. But it is also equally possible that all that's separating our runners from the final bosses is those 6 artifacts in the Phazon suit.
Mm-hmm.
And in these settings, if you kill Ridley, then you get a hint as to the region of that Phazon suit. So if you're in go mode minus Phazon suit, it does make a lot of sense to go straight there. And we've got an upper Great Tree Hall elevator, which Interslice is going to take.
Yeah, you could even take that all the way to hints if you really wanted to go through backwards on underwater frigate.
Yeah, no gravity backwards frigate.
We know from Cosmo's race this week that was probably not the best idea. It's not logical.
Yeah. Although if we find gravity here, well, probably still would be a bad idea, but it might be logical. Hey, our first energy tank.
Oh, that's right. Our only really logical next elevator is PPC. That's bad. Getting down there without an E kind of sucks.
Reddit. Gonna take the safety save here.
Yes.
Oh,
Yo!
Harris is nailing that boost and getting an artifact for it. Nice.
Rewarded. Let's go. We love seeing that. Oh, and that was the suit?
Hey. Oh my lord. Okay.
Okay.
Well, we are potentially in go mode already at 21 minutes. This could be a world record jet seed.
The last step is really just finding logical talent and seeing our hints. I wonder if Interslice is going to take backwards frigate, because at this point, our only other elevator that we can go from here is all the way back in PPC, so that would take quite a long time. And all right,
Yeah.
yo, first try.
Bar skip. Damn. That was so good.
Man, you gotta teach me that.
Yeah, we have not seen the launcher yet. Okay, we got a workstation elevator. Probably not taking that without Faria. Or maybe. Faria's...
We do have another elevator directly next to it that Interslice probably wants to check.
Yeah, the back end of Magmore is not actually superheated, so this is still logical to take this.
And it does seem that Red is figuring out the grapple strat for main quarry.
Yep.
So I feel like it really should be something here. Oh, we got it. Oh wait, no, he didn't.
No, he missed. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know what this would be in main quarry. It could be like Supers or X-Ray or Varia, but we don't actually know that any of those are required.
Honestly, at this point, I might think that it actually is launcher, because we haven't really skipped out on any progression in the chain so far.
Mm-hmm.
Sun Tower.
Yeah, we have a Chozo elevator, which usually the runners would love to see, but in this case, we have so much progression that we're mostly just looking for the artifacts.
I mean, Sun Tower is not that far away from the main plaza elevator.
Right.
That might also be another good shot.
Yeah, pretty much just elevator hopping till you find early Talon.
Okay, Brett is giving up on main quarry. That doesn't look like beginner logic to me, Jeff. That seems kind of tight, honestly. Unless you have to hold R to conserve like your momentum from the swing. Ice spreader in Vault Ledge. Okay.
Yeah, that's not required for anything logically, but it will help save some time on EXO. And there we go, Frigate Crash Site. So there's our early Talon access and no need to go through Frigate.
Interesting. All right.
So we should be getting our hints here soon, and Red is going to go through labs from the back.
All right. So main plaza went to Frigate Crash Site. Am I correct there? Sorry, I was looking away.
Yeah, main plaza to Frigate Crash Site.
All right. Interesting. Here we can check hints, see how bad they are. At this point, they can be anywhere. We have everything except supers to get places and Varia.
Yeah, supers, Varia, and X-ray are all things that could lock something. I guess gravity could logically lock something, but probably wouldn't actually prevent the runners from getting anything. Behind the ship is a Metroid. Oh, there's an artifact.
Interesting. Cool.
Alright, so we've only got 4
Thank you, Jeff.
things to track.
Okay. Seems that we just got a forfeit from Red in the race time room.
Oh.
Don't know why that happened. Is that an accident or this? Well, I guess we'll see what happens on the restream. But
Yeah, maybe because he did save, so maybe it just felt like he's not following the logic. And he took that death. It can be really tough to recover mentally when you lose, 10 minutes of progress or whatever.
Sun Chamber, nice. We love to see it.
Okay, we've got Shore Tunnel, Furnace, Sun Chamber, and Ruined Fountain.
Oh, okay, so the only one MIA is Short Tunnel because we have seen Workstation. So I guess we still need Varia for that, logically.
Logically, we do. I'll bet Interslice could get it without it, though. It does seem like Red is... well, maybe not. Yeah, Samuel, I was about to say that. It looked like he was still playing and then he stopped. So Interslice probably, yeah, gonna check these elevators here. Oh, he is going to check Upper Root Cave. I guess at this point you are hoping for a Vargas suit or at least an E-Tank. It's a missile, and Barber Chamber has... Okay. I think with 4 E-Tanks, Shore Tunnel should be gettable even without Varga. Pool and Interslice is going to take. Interesting, he just left the transport tunnel B item, but I guess there's not too many things it could be. Red is going to show us some Metroid gameplay here.
Actually, man, does the race time or does the rules say anything about unforfeiting a race like this?
Like if he wants to come back and finish.
Yeah.
It. Yeah, I don't think there is a way to unforfeit, but could be wrong. Now the question is, what if Red finishes Metroid first?
That is true. The world record is like what, 20? It's like 6 minutes or something.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. Slice gonna go through Chover from back here.
(9:12) world record. I don't know a lot about Nestroid speedrunning, but I do know that screen warping is kind of a thing. You just wrap around to the other end of a room rather quickly. As well as just skipping the Crate and Ridley requirement. You can just jump to the other side from that small gap down there in the room. That's not important right now. Where's Interslice going? He's climbing first right now in thermal visor. Interesting. That did not look like that helped at all.
Yeah, it looked way harder than usual. But he did get the artifact, so whatever works. And just a nothing in lower furnace.
Fortunate game over from Red.
Yeah. Seems like we are not going to see Zoid. That makes sense.
The actual item in Artifact Temple, I don't think was important. I didn't see it.
Reggie pointing out that vanilla suit damage reduction makes a big difference here. When you have progressive suits, that means that no matter what order you get the suits in, they give you the damage reduction that they give in the game. I think 10, then 20, then 50%. But vanilla means you get phase on, you just get that 50% right away.
Justin Bailey. Go.
So yeah, we are going to see the door skip here to go to the plant. That is one of our artifacts. Although we don't know yet whether it's on Flagra proper or those ghosts.
So executed there.
There we go.
Nice code execution from Red. I forget. I think this is like one of the hardest like secret seats or whatever they have or something. It like starts you at Norfair with like everything or something.
Oh.
It's zero suit.
Yeah, I've never seen this before. That's cool.
Yeah. Interesting, opting to scan dash across the tentacle to the thing. That is slightly faster. But
Yeah, then just jumping.
yeah. I know the any percent for Flagra is like insanely fast. You like as soon as you regain control, you just scan dash straight to the next bomb slot. Kind of scary, honestly. Well,
Yeah, those any percent runners are pretty crazy. And
honestly, that might not be bad to learn.
And there is the artifact. So, not gonna see the ghosts, most likely. Chat pointing out that we are now tracking the Nestroid game. All right.
Do make sure to put wave and ice on there. I guess no, just wave at this point because that's right. Old games you can't actually. Nestroid doesn't let you compound wave or ice. You have to go back and switch them.
And we have, yeah, workstation elevator. We have seen that. Fun little, I guess, unplanned Easter egg. It was, in fact, the artifact of Wild that was on Flagra, which is like the
Nice.
French vanilla version of that.
So, what else was Interslice missing? Short Tunnel was one I remember.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. The other one was in Chozo, I believe.
It was Fountain. Rune Fountain.
Oh, found. Okay. So yeah, he'll clean that up here.
I am not good at thinking about time ahead of the game like this. I am not an any percent runner. I do not know how that would work. So, but this could be a sub hour, I guess, if it goes really well.
Depending on how comfortable Interslice feels with early shore tunnel, definitely sub-hour is possible. And I'd be surprised if he didn't go for it, actually. Because the only alternative to going for it is to just full clear the entire game looking for Varia Suit or more energy tanks. And that feels pretty slow.
Yeah. I forget. I think from at least Monitor Station back, for Monitor Station to Short Tunnel back, I think you would need at least 4 E-Tanks with like 1 suit. I don't know heat runs well. But yeah, this could very likely just be potential heat run.
Yeah, he might also, well, I mean, he just saved there. I would expect him to at least give it like 1 shot. Okay. Yeah, that one was reflecting pool, so seems like that's what he's gonna go for.
Okay.
Here we go. Let the heat run begin.
Nope, not a good start. Getting hit by the Magmore.
Yeah, this is a bit of a struggle early. Needs some health pickup. Okay, he's almost there.
Ooh, that's a new skin dish I didn't know about.
I guess. Yeah, it does take some time for the power bomb to go and whatnot. This is gonna be tight, but I think he's probably dead.
If that, do those boxes give health drops?
Well, he needs them to. Oh, I don't think he got one.
No, he's not getting this.
Oh, so close. So close.
Yeah, 4 E-Tanks on this is kind of tight.
Yeah, he might just clear till he gets one more, because with one more E-Tank, he would have had that. Yeah, touching the Magmore is not a recipe for...
I mean, yeah, that takes like 20 energy touching that Magmore. It's a lot. Now, is it worth boosting through the lava in the first room? Or does the double damage from the heat and the lava not make it worth it?
I feel like it's not worth it. Because you're not going twice as fast with boost.
Yeah. Bread forfeited early because he got fed up with the race and doesn't want to keep everyone hanging, so just enjoy Metroid gameplay, I guess. But that for people who are just getting here, they started. It was a random start, and they started in phase on mines, and we're expected to like fight Thardus like half or like under half an hour in, and Red died and had to do all that over again and didn't end up wanting to, which is unfortunate, but
Yeah, just a tough, really tough death to take and recover from.
yeah, I mean, I can't. I would be apprehensive to say that's unsportsmanlike, but nah. I mean, he's allowed to do this, as far as I know.
Yeah, I think, you know, if you feel you don't really have a chance, it's... now, the gravity suit that Interslice just picked up does give him some extra damage reduction, which is effectively the same thing as picking up 1 extra energy tank. And
Yeah, that would definitely make that doable.
Yeah,
Was that enshrined?
Yeah, that was lower shrine. So I think we probably will see Interslice just go right back. Oh, there's X-ray.
Nice X-ray.
Yeah, save a little time on Exo. Yeah, he's probably just not going to want to risk it and probably just want to find 1 more E-tank. Make it pretty guaranteed. There's so many checks here in early Chozo that the odds of finding 1 more energy tank are quite high.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Didn't catch what that was in gallery, but it didn't look like an energy tank. And the tunnel has a Metroid.
Unique strat.
Yeah, that's a good point. There's only 10 energy tanks left, and there's maybe 70 items or so. So expect about 1 in 10.
Oh, there it is. Vanilla.
Yep. Alright, 1 in 7, I guess. And actually, that was, I think, exactly 7 checks he did, right? No, maybe less. Maybe 5.
So, yeah, at that point, I think that Interslice should be good for this heat run.
Yeah, I would be shocked if he didn't. Yeah, Varia PMT is definitely in logic.
Is it? I mean, yeah, with phase on suit, yeah. I forget. And we have phase on suit, we can logically just get that.
Yeah, but we are not going to be seeing PMT this season. Say that.
And what a seed that Red is missing out on.
I mean, it ended up being quite the jet seed, even with how mean the starting location was.
Mm. Who knows, maybe Varia could have been the item in main quarry.
Oh yeah, that we never ended up getting to see. Although I'm still... We didn't miss too many checks, and launcher had to be somewhere.
Yeah, did we ever find launcher? I don't think we did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we didn't. Interslice is making his way back to do the heat run. This should be much easier than the last time he tried it. Got 1 extra energy tank and, well, 10% more damage reduction. So yeah, something like 25% more effective health. All right, here we go. Oh, and it seems like
Yeah, I do think that at that point is more worth it. You have better heat or damage reduction now.
yeah. Does gravity speed you up going through that as well?
Actually, yeah, I think so.
It does,
It lets
right?
you
So
go through
yeah,
there.
I think once you have gravity, it makes sense because you're moving faster. And there it is, and yeah, he's got 1.5 more energy tanks than he did at this stage on the last attempt.
Thermal visor.
Yeah, showing off the lit up like a Christmas tree visor in Magmar.
And securing it. There we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Actually, a little closer than I expected it to be, but
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's go mode for Interslice.
yeah, I expect he'll just save at landing site and then
Mhm.
go into finals.
Is that the first heat run of the tournament so far? I think I could have sworn that there was another race that we did.
I haven't seen one, but I also haven't seen all the races from this week.
Ah, yes.
Oh no. Seems like you might have hit a nerve for Reggie.
I'm sorry, Reggie. I wasn't there. I didn't know.
Yeah, Heldar. Varia is guaranteed to be somewhere in Logic. The problem is that we have so many items that pretty much the entire game, outside of a few checks in Magmor, is in Logic. So rather than clearing the whole game, it's just a lot faster to do the heat run.
Mm-hmm.
So Samuel, I thought some heat runs were in Logic, but they had to be like, maybe not in beginner, I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure heat runs in no capacity are turned off.
Okay.
There is logic for it, but it's disabled in the tournament preset. And flyby skip? Nope, too late. Yeah. So I think hyper mode heat runs, that just basically just destroys Varia like out of logic. Like you can just get anywhere. I don't know if there's anything, if there's like any heat run that is literally impossible.
Yeah, when is the multi-world for Prime 1 and Metroid Prime coming out?
Who knows? That probably would actually be quite difficult to implement. And also
Yeah.
probably wouldn't be worth it because, I don't know, not to throw shade, but I think Metroid kind of sucks, actually. Play Metroid Planets. Much better.
Very clean Ridley fight here from this slice.
Nice. Alrighty. On our way to the impact crater and see how well this Exo behaves. We don't have supers, so we'll bleed a little bit of time there. Do have Ice Spreader though, so that should be good.
Well, yeah. And we have both visors for essence, so should be pretty quick. I think the question now is it going to be sub-hour?
That could be very tight, indeed. If he gets enough wave skips, or does exo skip? I don't know.
Yeah, Reggie seems pretty confident it is not going to be sub-hour.
I do not believe Interslice is versed in exo skip. Okay. Yeah, I do not know anything about how long things take, so I could not tell you if things are sub-hour or not.
Yeah. Yeah, same.
All I know is that exo skip saves up to 3 minutes during the fight. Subchamber 1 goes as best as it can. Can't really do much in Subchamber 1.
Right.
Since there's no runaround or turnaround shots to get off. Ice Spreader phase, let's go.
Yep. Oh.
Nice.
Oh, there we go.
Now go for some ice snipes, Interslice. Nice, the double.
There we go.
Skipping a power phase, but we don't have super, so it's not a big deal.
Right. That would have been better if it was a... Oh, great, just the wave phase. Got some bets on the chat anywhere from high 101 to 104 in the final time here.
Nice plasma start. Subchamber 3, I believe this is. Get the shot. Oh, it's not doing the run by shots. Gets the turnaround.
Oh, another ice.
That's okay. Typically, you want a powerful phase followed by a low phase. So like plasma and then wave and then ice and then I guess power in this case since we don't have supers. So we want to bleed as much damage to our slowest phase, which is in this case wave beam. Alright, so trigger 4. So it can do whatever it wants, even making itself faster, which, you know, it's just great. Getting the melee manip pretty well, nice. Oh, it can switch phases during that. Okay. I didn't know that. I've heard, I think it was from Miguel who said it, but if you R-jump towards Exo, it'll do basically, it won't change phases because you're doing the melee manip.
Interesting.
Yeah, it can only It can only switch mid of attacks like this in Subchamber 4, this the last one. That's better. Skipping the plasma, unfortunately. Alright. I will be right back. I have to go do something real quick. Hopefully I'll get back before the race finishes.
Sounds good. And we got... That is the end of EXO. So, double visor essence should be pretty quick. It is still possible to damage EXO even without the visors. It's just a little harder to find and can just generally be finicky. Cool canceling from Interslice here. Nice. Got whacked by a tentacle there out of the pool, but it's gonna be close. I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna do it. Yeah. And I can just lay on from there. Nice, and that is it. With a time of 101.54. Interslice is our winner. GG to both runners, and we'll get them in the voice chat here shortly.
Okay, sorry about that. I guess I did miss the race. Unfortunate.
Of course. Yeah, pretty clean essence fight with both visors.
Nice.
So now just gotta get the runners in here.
So yeah, we should see invite from Interslice soon. Yep. And here's Interslice. GG's.
GG.
Thank you.
And there's Red as well. GG's to both of you.
GG.
So that was definitely an interesting start.
Yeah, it was kind of a low percent start for a little bit, except for the charge beam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think that was the first mind start of the week, if I remember correctly. And yeah, it was just pretty easy from there. It was kind of annoying having to immediately do Thardas afterwards because we were initially thinking that main quarry was going to be something because apparently it's logical to climb up there with the crane using grapple.
No.
But apparently you have to actually have bombs to get the item from coming off the crane itself in the spider track, so was not. So it was actually logical to just go straight through Thardis, the shorelines, and then go from there.
Yeah, that did seem like all that you could do to start.
Which is what Red got caught on. Unfortunately, both of you were fighting Thardis at the same time, but Red died in, was it Ice Ruins East or something, by a Sheegoth.
Yeah.
And
I
had
gave up
to.
Thardis from there. I was like, well, maybe I go a different way, and then I went to main quarry elevator. But I tried using the main quarry item, but I couldn't get the grapple jump. It would not let me up there.
So
I
Jeff
have
was explaining this to me. Apparently, after the grapple, you have to turn so that you can like an R jump kind of out of the grapple, and you'll get in there.
not like it mattered, to be fair, because apparently I need a bomb to get anyway. But after that, I decided, oh, let's try labs. Maybe there's something in here. I can technically drop down into here. I have thermal. I can, if I get space jump somewhere, I can probably do it backwards. There's a missile expansion, an E-tank.
Interesting.
Afterwards, I gave up. I said nope, and I decided to play NES Metroid. I'm not gonna lose my sanity over just that seed.
Yeah, it turns out if you had just kept going, you would have found the Varia suit, but
I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't even go upwards.
Right.
Unless I wanted to do like ice beam, like frozen enemy strats.
Yeah, when I saw that phase on mine start, I thought it'd be like, oh, you're just starting in an elevator. You just turn around and go in the elevator. But you actually had to do quite a bit.
I mean, honestly, you didn't really have to do that much in mine. You just had to fight the phase on lead, turn around, and then.
Who said it was a phase on? Who said it was wave beam start?
Reggie did, I think, or maybe Jeff.
Was it Reggie? I think it was Reggie. Let me scroll up a bit. Something wave beam. Yeah, it was Reggie.
I mean, it's kind of a wave beam start. First progression.
I hated this start. That was the worst start I've ever had. Not just like in terms of gameplay, just in terms of like a seed. That was like terrible. Zero E-tanks, all we dealing with wave pirates and shadow pirates. It was not fun.
Yeah, there was a lot of combat you had to do early on with no health.
I wanted to just escape the Sheegoth room. It probably would have been fine, but I got sniped on the way out trying to get health. Where do I go after this ice beam?
Dude, I don't know. I've not played Metroid.
Well, maybe you should. It comes free to package with every Prime game.
And Zero Mission.
And Zero Mission, yeah.
I'll play Zero Mission forever, dude.
I got sent to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, that was as far as after like getting Thardis and Shorelines, both bombs and space jump were right next to each other in front fun.
Yeah.
So after that, you take the Shorelines elevator that led to. Was it Frigate? No, it wasn't Frigate Crash Site. It led to Workstation. Then Workstation led to Sun Tower, and then you went to Main Plaza to Talon.
Where were the artifacts?
The artifacts were mostly in Chozo, except given the one in Shore Tunnel in Magmor. And that was actually kind of the kicker for the seed, is that we did not find Variasuit. Variasuit was in Observatory and Labs, so Interslice actually did a heat run to it and attempted it the first time with 4 E-tanks in one suit and almost got it, not quite. And then Interslice did some more checking in Chozo and found Gravity and then an extra E-tank and was able to get it the second time.
Yeah, I think I could have done it with that 4, but I had so many free quick checks and Chozo left, I figured I'd just get another E-Tank or 2.
Mm.
Yeah, just make it guaranteed.
Yeah. I'm not sure where the monitor station elevator was, but that might have made it a little easier too.
Yeah, I was thinking that I'm not good in like knowing what you need for heat runs, but I was thinking that monitor station to short line or to short tunnel to back was like only like 3 E tanks with a suit. Am I? Would you by any chance know that off the top of your head?
I have no idea.
I don't either, but yeah, that's pretty much just a run of the mill seed, I guess. After that very unfortunate start, we do like to see the heat run though. It's very cool. Don't see a lot of
That's
those in
good.
races.
I think I'm gonna take my leave here. Have a good night, y'all.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Good night.
Alright.
GG.
See ya.
Yeah. So, this is, as I said at the beginning, this is the second to last race of this week. The next one is happening today at 8. We have Robo Scout versus Dice Ron, and now I know I was talking to Robo, and apparently they are going to have some crazy settings for that seed. So do check out what's going on. They got, let's see, the RAs. They have all of their PB expansions are removed, and they have shuffled 2 main power bombs, as well as initially shuffling scan and charge. So, yikes, quite a wild one. So make sure to check that one out. Make sure to follow our runners. They are both very good at this game, although we didn't quite get to see it from Red here today. But trust me, he is a very good runner. Shout outs to my co-commentator, Uncle Sam. His first time here, did a really good job. Nice. And then shout outs to Trekkers, Naru, and Sam, real ones. Although Sam didn't really have much to do today because of Nestroid, but yeah.
Yeah, thanks for commentating, guys, and tracking.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Great race.
Yeah, I think with that, I think we're all done here. See you all later tonight, and have a good day. Until then, happy Father's Day.
See ya.
Bye.